Try to remember your first few months at the company you now work for. Like most of us, you probably had to endure a series of standardized induction courses, the content of which you would seldom revisit and quickly forget. Very little of those induction courses would have equipped you for the reality of making your way in the company and getting to know the people you really needed to know. The truth is that for most of us, our personal progress in a company is an arduous one, and the bigger the company, the more arduous it is. In fact, until recently, it has been something of a long-winded and often frustrating process of trial and error. Now let's look at this situation from the point of view of senior management. If our most ambitious employees are wasting hours of their and probably our time trying to make the right connections in the company to get things done better and to advance themselves, then the company is losing out. Not just in terms of worker productivity, but also in terms of worker motivation and engagement. In the 1980s, studies of office workers in large companies found that cigarette smokers had the best internal networks. They knew precisely who to talk to get things done. This was because they would congregate with fellow smokers from other departments on a daily basis in designated smoking areas. And so, as a result, they quickly learned all the really important aspects of the company and its people. Vital information that is not normally included in an induction program. More importantly, they acquired this knowledge from trusted sources. Today, with the advent of social learning technology, which largely mirrors the experience people are having in their private lives with social networks, it is possible to create those smokers' networks, but at scale, and in a 24/7, location-independent, secure environment, without any of the social stigma or associated health risks. Now rewind the clock and imagine your first 100 days at your company playing out like this. Before you physically begin working for your company, you are provided with a web address, username and password to a company community called 100 Days. This community is a friendly but structured place where all employees can log in during their first 100 days at the company. The community managers are made up of representatives from across the company: HR, legal, transport, IT, sales, and the department where you are starting work, say marketing. The members of this community are all the employees of the company during their first 100 days. After their specific 100 days, they leave this community, but their thoughts, interactions, and comments remain. So does their profile. This is very powerful, because you are now able, from the comfort of your own home, to quickly begin to create a map and plan of action for yourself before you first set foot inside the company doors. You can see who the central figures are, what specific skills and knowledge they have, and can view the content they have created. So, for example, you can see a presentation from a fellow salesperson that has been liked and downloaded by many people working in your area of the business. And from their comments, you can begin to develop a more sophisticated approach in terms of who to make an effort to get to know. Better still, because you have had a chance to evaluate some of their work before you interact with them, you will be better placed to make a good first impression. On the practical side of things, from the 100 Days community, you will be able to see how others got themselves on the payroll, or sorted out company pension options, or maternity leave, etc. You don't need to waste your and others' time chasing people for answers to these questions. In many cases, someone who joined before you has asked the very question you had in mind, and someone in authority has answered it. And if there is a gap in the collaboration knowledge, then of course you are free to ask the question yourself, and the community managers will provide an answer. Let us not forget that the biggest winners are not the employees, although this is a win-win proposition. It is senior management. The faster they can onboard staff in a meaningful way, defined as speed to optimum productivity, the more successful the company will be. And the faster they can spot talent, the faster the company will grow, which is what this technology, if properly deployed and adopted, delivers. Sign up today for your free consultation.